Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
We're on the air, folks. This is the Drunken Housewife Review with your host, Ian Kennedy, and
Sarah Kennedy, the Drunken Housewife.
And what movie are we reviewing today?
Dave Bautista's ass.
Well, yeah, Dave Bautista's ass in what?
In what was it? Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead on
Netflix.
Yes, we're been kind of watching the ones on Netflix, but they seem to be the ones that we've been interested in seeing for some weird reason.
The little hidden gems you find on streaming.
Yup. And this was Sarah's idea to do this movie because
Dave Bautista's ass. I'm a fan
yeah.
of Dave Bautista's ass. I'm a fan of all of Dave Bautista. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, sir. But I am a fan of all of him, but he does have a rather nice badonkadonk.
I'll have to take your word for that.
It's a nice badonkadonk.
Yeah. But anyway, I've liked him in the Galaxy of the...
Guardians of the Galaxy.
He was good in that.
But
well.
Our first taste of Mr. Bautista was in the Blade Runner 2049.
Which he did very well in. I give him
awesome job. So I feel he's doing an excellent job of being that from wrestler to actor.
Yes, but unfortunately there have been some horrendous former wrestling actors. But Dave Bautista does fall into that only because that's in that movie.
Yeah.
But John Cena.
Oh God, I blanked on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing with fire.
So it's like I rest my case. Anyway, we're here to talk about Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead. Yes. And the director
Zack Snyder. Who also did
the Justice League. Everybody's wanting the Snyder cut of the Justice League.
That's true.
This is awesome. I mean, visually amazing. Now, what was it?
He did the original Dawn of the Dead.
Well, the original
reboot of
the reboot of Dawn of the Dead. So he's got the pedigree in zombie.
Sure.
So, but he kind of takes it. It's like, is this a heist movie that has zombies, or it is a zombie movie with a heist twist?
And what's interesting is that it's not your typical zombie movie, so it does have a lot of people split on their opinion on this.
Yes.
I'm going for the positive on this
because
I thought it was unique.
I enjoyed it. It was unique. I wanted to watch this because I'm a Bautista fan, and it just looked interesting. So let's give you the concept of it. Dave Bautista is former Army.
Did you want to read the official?
IMDb? Let me get the official.
We'll read the official
IMDb thing up for it. Hang on, cause my phone doesn't like me today. Sorry.
That's okay.
Army.
But yeah, Zack Snyder's in it. David Cassidy.
Michael Cassidy.
Michael Cassidy.
Two completely different Cassidys.
But Michael Cassidy, he was at the beginning of one of the Army guys who take the original zombie out. Of course, military, covert kind of a thing. But I'm like, I know this guy. People of Earth, which was one of my favorites, very underrated comedy with Wyatt Cenac.
He played one of the aliens.
He played one of the aliens. He played one of the reptile aliens. Just an aside.
Okay, so here's the official IMDb plot summary. With the abandoned walled city of Las Vegas overrun with zombies after a disastrous government fault, the billionaire casino magnate Bly Tanaka realizes he's left something in Sin City, $200 million to be precise. For the time being, his mountains of cash are safe behind his impenetrable...
You got it.
Yeah, casino vault. However, the U.S. president plans to nuke the entire city, and Tanaka is willing to pay $50 million to decorated former mercenary Scott Ward and his hand-picked team to retrieve the money before the bomb obliterates the city. So, is it a heist movie where they're breaking into Vegas to get the money out of the vault with a zombie twist? Or is it a zombie movie with the heist twist? This is the question.
That is a question.
I feel it is a perfect marriage of the two.
I think so. I think they evenly had it split.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, and the zombies themselves are split. You have two different kinds of zombies in this walled city, where you have the shamblers. Is that what they're
called?
They
call them shamblers, which are the slow walking,
the traditional
slow zombies.
Dudes.
As in Night of the Living Dead traditional.
And then you have the alphas.
Which at first you think that they're just, quote, fast-moving zombies, like 21 Days Later. That's what
28
you think
days.
they are. 28 Days Later?
28 days.
21 Days Later is that, what's-her-face movie?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock movie where she's like, you know...
Completely different thing. No zombies in that.
28 Days Later, pardon me. But it's not the, quote, fast-moving zombies like in 28 Days Later.
Yeah. So you have the shamblers, and then you have the alphas. Now the movie starts with this army convoy moving something through the desert outside Vegas. You don't know what. And these two truck drivers are, you know, well, maybe it's the U.S. Constitution. Maybe it's Bigfoot. Maybe it's aliens. They don't know.
Exactly.
Until bride and groom having a little road sex crash into the convoy, and we discover what's in the box.
Exactly, because the box falls onto the ground and cracks open.
Yes.
Much to the soldiers' chagrin.
Yeah, and it just starts from I mean, you've got a Liberace impersonator playing the piano while you've got zombie half-naked strippers attacking this guy. They choose some really interesting music for this. At one point, I'm just going to say it, they're in an elevator after dealing with a zombie horde, and they get into the elevator, and the elevator music is Culture Club. Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?
Yeah.
Which just, I've watched it twice, and every time that just makes me just laugh my butt off.
Oh, yeah. And we can talk about the music, I guess, since we're talking about music.
Mm-hmm.
They do very interesting covers.
Yeah.
They do, like, The End from The Doors, and they do, which CCR song is that?
Bad Moon Rising.
Bad Moon Rising. And
Bad
they're
Moon
both
Rising.
they've done an interesting
covers. They're covers of them.
So I think it adds to it.
And even like at the beginning where they have Richard Cheese starting off with the Viva Las Vegas.
Exactly, originally done by Elvis.
Then it morphs into this almost folksy ballad done by another singer.
Which we need to look that up.
Like
we'll
As
put
Vegas
that on the
is
YouTube
Falling, it starts out this happy, Viva Las Vegas, and then it just goes into this like folksy, sad,
very melancholy,
mournful almost Viva Las Vegas. So the music definitely sets a tone.
Yeah.
So back to the story. You get at the beginning like little they do almost like little photo shoots with the main characters where you get to see this is my life before this happened, and they're holding up like a professional photo.
Yeah.
And they're like set up at a professional like photo shoot thing.
It's kind of reminiscent of The Watchmen, where they show all the things that have happened in the montage of people's evolution to the point that they are when they actually have the story quote begin.
Yeah. So you see all these people were like, happy family people. And then, stuff turns. Scott Ward himself, who is played by Dave Bautista, got like the
Congressional Medal of Honor, I thought.
Yeah, something like that. But because he got the head of the Department of Justice or Defense out of Vegas before Vegas fell. So he got like this Medal of Honor. But when we meet him, he's flipping burgers. And that's when Bly Tanaka finds him, and he's like, well, how did you go from this, award-winning dude to flipping burgers? And he's like, dude, I'm aware of my situation. And that's when he offers them, what, $50 million to split amongst...
To put together the crew for the heist.
Crew. And so, obviously, he picks people that he has worked with before. But then they also bring in this one guy that I think is clinically insane, who loves shooting zombies, and another guy who is the safe cracker. He is supposed to be the best safe cracker, like, ever. Because they have to have somebody crack the safe to get the money out.
Exactly. And I think, I mean, we've seen all these characters before in different things, but to put them all together in a zombie movie is very interesting. And the character who just likes the shooting of the zombies, he has like his own YouTube channel this time. Because things would go that way. If we had a zombie apocalypse, there would be like, I couldn't tell you how many YouTube accounts or channels where people are like shooting zombies on YouTube just for, likes and whatnot. So,
yeah. So we should mention that they had this whole thing shot. And then they had to go back.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Well, we might as well, because it's out there. And, I'm trying to get to it.
Chris D'Elia was accused by multiple women of predatory sexual behavior. So they were already done in the movie, and they went back and digitally put in Tig Notaro. And if you didn't know all of that went on beforehand, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't have known.
You would not know, because
they do a great job.
They do a great job of it. And visually, I mean, I can't even imagine having to do the digital effects for this, period. Because they
did a very good job.
There are practical effects, because I am like OG practical effect girl.
Of course.
But there are obviously, because they couldn't nuke downtown Las Vegas and film this. So they had to do like soundstage and CGI effects and the whole nine. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk Zombie Tiger?
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and talk Zombie Tiger and Zombie Horse.
Yes. So, Scott Ward's daughter is a volunteer in this quarantine camp outside Las Vegas. Basically, they've just got a bunch of people that are poor trapped in this quarantine camp. And she's a volunteer working there. So Scott's like, hey, she can get us in. And even further, there's a woman that they call the Coyote, which, for those of you who don't know, a coyote is someone that is paid to get people across borders.
Yes.
They cut her in to get them into Las Vegas, because that is her thing. She knows how to get people in. And one of the things that she knows is how to deal with the alphas, and especially the alpha queen, who is oddly beautiful and graceful.
Yes.
But before you see the zombie queen, you hear this growl, and she's like, everybody get behind the crate, get behind. And you see one of Siegfried and Roy's freaking tigers is a zombie.
Yeah, so we have a zombie tiger.
You have a zombie tiger, which, it's Vegas. Of course you have a zombie tiger.
Why wouldn't you?
But throughout, the zombie tiger sometimes just does the ultimate, cat thing. There's this massive, attack, and he just hops up on the hood of a car and lays down.
Yep,
just kind of watches. I'm going to lay down here and just watch y'all lick my paws while y'all attack all those people. Go ahead. But he is just absolutely amazing. The king of the alphas.
Yes.
They never say his name in the movie, but he's listed as Zeus.
So I would say king of the zombies would be
King
good.
of the alphas.
King of the alphas, excuse me. King of the alphas.
He has a zombie horse, which you need to watch the behind the scenes thing.
Yes, if you do like the film, if you watch the behind the scenes documentary on Netflix as well, you'll definitely really appreciate all the work they put into it. Oh my God.
Because the zombie horse is an actual horse wearing zombie makeup, wearing appliance, the prosthetics
Yes.
that they use to turn. And
there was somebody on set to make sure that the horse wasn't hurt.
They had somebody from the Humane Society, and in the behind the scenes, they show like the horse is in his pen with a whole bunch of fans on him and water, and keeping him cool.
And the horse got into it.
And the horse was loving it. The horse performed perfectly. But there are a lot of twists in this.
There are, and we don't want to spoil.
I don't want to spoil too much
because but the alpha zombies. The first one you meet is at the beginning where he busts out of the cage, and then come to find out later that he's wearing dog tags.
Yeah, you can see dog tag. He's wearing dog. So, which leads to the thing of were they trying to create
either a super soldier
or their own zombie army.
Exactly.
And it went totally wrong, and they were like transporting him somewhere, I don't know, to destroy him, or I don't know.
To destroy him or to watch him
or to duplicate him.
Or
you
to
don't
duplicate.
know.
Yeah.
Being duplicated.
They didn't really say
why they're transporting him. All we know is when there's the accident and they're radioing, hey, we got the accident, the person comes back and it's like, get the fuck out of there right now.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when all hell breaks loose. But
again, Dave Bautista did an awesome job.
He did an awesome job. But yeah, the
Just
alphas.
Out family movies. But anyway.
Yeah. When they break into Las Vegas, though, when you first enter, there's like all these piles of just like decaying like skeletons and stuff. And the coyotes, like, yeah, those are the shamblers. They didn't have enough sense to get out of the sun. So they've basically baked in the sun. And
so you have baked rotting
corpses. Yeah. But then she says this thing that just kind of freaks you out a little bit, where she's like, you ought to see it when it rains because then they come back to life.
Yeah, because I guess that it moistens the
muscles and they can kind of,
yeah.
So, Now the safecracker, Dieter.
Yeah, he was good definitely for the
he is
comic
a perfect
relief.
comic relief. Because he just has just the right little chuckle, at just the right moment.
Yeah, they did a very good job of being able to bring in some levity to the serious scenes and the serious action scenes where he'll pop up with there's Dieter.
Yeah, and what cracks me up is like everybody else is like, they're all dressed for combat. They're all just like ready for anything. And here comes Dieter wearing his polo shirt and his jeans and his tennis shoes, looking like some sort of like college student on break. But the dude, like, safe cracking for him is like an art form.
Yes.
It is like nirvana for him to be able to, and like this safe that he has to open has like 4 different dials that you have to do it in this certain order.
Exactly.
And he's like, this is just like, the ultimate for him.
He reminds you of the kind of safe cracker from the original Die Hard in that respect. But I think he takes it to a whole new level.
He takes it to a whole new level because it's almost like when he opens it, it's almost like a sexual release for him.
It kind of sort of
is. It's almost like
it's like he's experiencing nirvana if he was tripping or something.
It's just like the ultimate like pleasure for him that he has cracked this safe. You can see it on his face. Now to get to the safe are some issues. And the one character kind of, it's not Dieter that supplies the comic relief at this point, but Vanderho, the character of Vanderho, played by Omari Hardwick, who does an excellent job.
Yes.
Dieter is like, we need something to trigger the
booby traps.
The booby traps before we can get to. Yeah. And so you just see Vanderho just turn around, go into the elevator, go up, and he comes down with a
shambler.
Yeah, and on a dolly.
Yeah.
And while they can't get that guy, got him strapped in. They release him and try to get him, and he won't. And he starts to attack Dieter, who has the best screams ever.
Yes.
Dieter screams like a woman.
He is a scream queen.
Yes, he is a scream queen. So they have to kill that guy. So then Vanderho, without saying a word, just turns around, goes back into the elevator with his little dolly, comes back with another one, and it's just this whole hilarious scene where he's like, okay, be back, do.
And what was funny is that they ended up microwaving a zombie hand. So it smelled fresh.
Hot. because it's not the meat.
Exactly.
It's the heat that they're after.
So they had the zombies smell it, and it's like, go get a boy, go get a boy.
Yeah, and then they threw it. And so he goes, teetering, and of course triggers all the booby traps. And they had been told that they're non-lethal booby traps. And at first it's like, these darts, tranquilizer
darts, which was hilarious because it's stuck all over the zombie.
Yeah, but then it just gets worse from there. I don't want to give away.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the end you're like, non-lethal my butt.
And then Dieter's reaction to that. Oh my gosh, he's been lied to. It's kind of like in Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
The movie lied.
Yeah.
It's like they lied about the...
Yeah. He's like, he lied. Tanaka lied. Yeah. It's like, of course he did. But they find evidence as they're getting down there that this guy has sent in other crews.
Yeah.
Because they find...
He's not the first one.
They find other sets of blueprints, and then they find other dead bodies.
Exactly.
And, and they're like... What? Which leads Vanderhoof into a very, what's the word I'm searching for? Surreal, moment where he starts talking about.
Are we them? Are we the dead people? Or the dead people us in a different time?
And and it's like, funny. Are we just going to be?
Where he's like messing with Dieter's head.
Yeah, but then Dieter's like, that's deep. And I mean, they get into this real cerebral. That's the word I was searching for, cerebral, moment that you're just like. But then when they start getting into and showing these little clips, you're like, wait a minute,
is it that kind of movie or is it not?
Yeah, so for a minute,
but then it's not. But it was a fun little aside for them to mess with their heads for a little bit more than already is being messed with.
Yeah. But now at the last minute, Tanaka, one of his guys, says, "And I'm going with you." Now, we all know that dude's up to no good. And he proves that he is up to no good hard. I cannot...
Yeah, we don't want to give away too much stuff in here, only because it does have a lot of really good twists. It does have twist for twist's sake. It actually does work for the film.
It does, but Tig, I got to say, she did, for somebody that came in at the last minute to basically, and there were so many scenes where she was by herself having to react to other people that weren't there to be digitally put in. She, I feel, did an amazing job.
She's very amazing underrated. Job. I mean, I've only seen a few things that she's been in, but I have seen her and she's been amazing.
Yes.
And a lot of her stand-up I do like. She's done some stand-up specials, which were pretty good.
Yeah. And she is now in Star Trek Discovery. For those of you that might be Star Trek fans as well, she's in Discovery.
I'm working my way up to Discovery.
He's working his way. But I'm trying to think. Let's talk some of the, visuals.
You wanted to talk about the use of the fuzzy screen for an effect. They did very well.
Because, now what was it? Because you have to watch the extras. You have to watch the making of.
Yes.
Because in there, Zack Snyder talks about... Now, what... It was cameras from the 60s or just the lenses?
The lenses. He actually took these lenses from the 60s and put them in updated housings and then used that with I'm not sure what they shot it on. It looked like very high-res video. But putting those together gave it a unique look as well. Yeah, because
the only thing you could focus on was what they wanted you to focus on. Everything around it. It was almost it was blurry.
Yeah.
And almost like a fisheye kind of. You couldn't really tell what was going on. The outskirts, It
kept you off guard just enough.
It did. It just kind of kept you off center. I mean, like with Zeus, the king of the alphas.
Yeah.
His whole entrance is epic, but you don't see actually what he looks like until they're damn good and ready for you to see what he looks like. He's out of focus and blurry, but you see all the other alphas reacting to him and the alpha queen reacting to him. That just keeps you just that little bit off center.
Yes, exactly. You got it right.
Okay. I got the right words.
You did. You expressed yourself very finely.
Woo!
We got your gist.
Okay, cool.
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 Well, a few things we can say before we start wrapping up. 4 thumbs up.
Thumbs up for this.
Definitely thumbs up for this.
Like I said, the zombie appreciation community.
If you really like zombie movies, you'll appreciate the take that they have on it.
But people are split because there are some parts where you're like, wow, they have just gone far left of center from the zombie. It's a different mythos. Yeah.
Well, I think that if you supposedly didn't like it, watch it a second time and pick up on the little things, because we like the movie, but we need to watch it a second time anyway, just to pick up the little things that we might have missed. Like, that makes sense. Just anything that little things that you missed.
My theory is, if zombie movies just keep doing the same damn thing over and over and over, why watch them?
Oh yeah, it's like the same thing over.
You've got to throw something new at it. You've got to do a little twist different.
Oh yeah, you have to make it your zombie movie.
Even if it's just a little twist, or if you are, taking a concept and using that as your base and rolling with it, and you got to do new stuff. Otherwise, zombie movies are just gonna, pardon the expression, die. I mean. Because you can't have the same slow-moving zombies coming after you, blah, blah, blah. After a while, they're not scary because you can just walk past them, Mm-hmm. But then you add the fast zombies, and then that's like crap, fight or flight. And in this movie, they've not only got both of them, but the fast-moving zombies are a completely different kind of zombie that... I think once I can't give you what I'm wanting to say, because it is a twist that's going to have you crap in your pants. But once that twist comes, the thought of
exactly. There are some thoughts behind it.
Is gonna the thought of that capability of the fast moving zombies scares you so much, because then you're like, they've got to nuke this place before. They have to nuke it.
All right, you want to get out the little...
let me get my drum. Okay. Are we ready?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and head out. Okay, this has been the Drunken Housewife Review with your host, Ian Kennedy, and...
Sarah Kennedy.
Who is...
The Drunken Housewife!
All right, people, go see this movie. We can't recommend it
on Netflix now.
Netflix. So, all right, talk to you guys later. Have a good one.